Hey guys, I wanted to make another video. This isn't supposed to be like a daily kind of thing. I'm just sort of messing around with my editing software. I'm actually quite enjoying it. Messing around with Sony Vegas, getting the hang of things. I don't plan to get big on this YouTube channel. I don't plan to do anything spectacular or anything like that. But if I at least have some few people who enjoy watching my videos, I'll consider that a plus. I noticed in my last one when I was editing, some of the cuts would like flash white, and I don't really know why that's doing that. I think it might have something to do with my camera, because when a lot of natural light comes through my window, it seems to flash as it gets used to that light. Today I wanted to talk about something that I really enjoy doing in the summer. The summer's far off, so it's going to be a while before I get back into it again. Normally I don't mind the cold weather. I actually like the cold for the most part. Just when it gets below, that's when I sort of lose tolerance for it, and not really enjoy the sort of cool, crisp air when you walk out the door, because it's like a wall that hits you in the face. Normally the sort of cold weather that I like is in autumn, which is my favorite month, October. But when it gets to be January and February, not too fond of those months, mainly because there's just really nothing to look forward to. It's kind of a depressing time. It's always gray and cloudy outside, so I always look forward to, after December, summer eventually coming. And one of the things I wanted to talk about is something called longboarding. Longboarding has been an interest of mine since my best friend introduced it to me back when I was in high school. I don't do anything crazy. I usually use them to cruise, get from point A to point B. That was before I had my license, but I've always enjoyed going on rides with them in the summer. He actually was introduced to longboarding, I think, through a guy named Keith, who used to live in our old town. Really cool guy. He was quite a hippie-looking dude. Really friendly, really nice. He had a bunch of talents. I remember he used to have this tree house in his backyard that he built for his kids. And what I found really neat about it was that it actually had a stove, inside, and you could actually heat it up during the winter and keep warm in this little tree house. It was a great project, because the amount of work that he must have put into that. It literally looked like like a miniature house up in a tree. It wasn't your typical type, childhood tree house you see with just like a few planks and you just chill up in a tree all day. But yeah, he was the one who introduced us to longboarding, and so I thought I would show some of you guys my longboards. So this was my second longboard ever. It's made out of pure bamboo. This is my second because my first was actually run over by a car $200 later. They didn't stop, they just sort of kept going, and unfortunately I was out and didn't have the income in order to buy another one. So it was a while before I got this. I didn't have a job back then. I was still looking at the time. But this is probably the one that I've ridden around the most. I remember using it in the middle of the night one time with my friend, going down a scary slant that I wasn't really sure where it ended. I used to use them to get to school every day because I had to go to summer school a couple times when I was in high school. And I usually, since we lived on a hill, I would just literally just get on this and I would just head straight down. That was when I was more comfortable going down hills. I haven't done it in a while. My friend is he's more into that. He's crazy. He does this, the steepest hills I've ever seen. I know we had one in Newport that it was called the Cathan Gardens Hill, and I just remember him going down that, and not something I would ever be interested in doing. I would probably shit myself trying to go down that hill. But I remember we actually had to stop a school bus from going by because there's an intersection in between it, and he was coming down. But I've seen him do a lot of crazy things, so in another video I might actually show you guys some of that. This one's a little bit smaller than the other one. I bought it because Sector 9, which is the company where I got the other one too, supports a nonprofit organization called Sea Shepherd, which is against whaling. And I haven't really ridden this one around too much. This is probably the one that I've least taken out. The trucks are pretty loose on it, so and the wheels are pretty small. So I'm not really good with this one. My riding style or preference usually involves pretty tight trucks, and loose ones kind of freak me out. A lot more speed wobble, I've noticed with those. Like I said, I'm not an expert. My friend knows more about longboards than I could ever hope to. For the most part, just cruise around with them. Like I said, they were pretty much just used for transportation. Though I would one day actually really like to get into more of the extreme things. Maybe when I'm a little more brave. Last but not least, this is probably my favorite of the three. The lighting's probably going to be a little different because I'm recording this on another day. I kind of ran out of time last night. But I got this in New York. It was a really cool little longboard shop. And all I remember is when we went in there, you could pick out like the tires and the trucks and whatnot, and they put it together right there, and it was pretty awesome. There was another shop that we had gone to prior to that one, where he had like the clerk on there, he had like all the longboard decks on the wall, and I mean there was some pretty awesome like art styles and stuff that was there. One thing I thought was really cool is he talked about like an art show where people would come in and they would paint their own custom boards, and you know you get to see custom designs painted on their decks. So I thought that was really awesome. This one I've had the most luck with out of all three. I don't really know why. The trucks are even looser than the other two, and I've absolutely loved it. I had a lot of fun riding this around in the summer, just the last summer. Didn't get to do any of the real long rides, unfortunately, of summers previous, but it was still worth it. I think this was definitely worth the money. But yeah, I think that's all I have for you guys today. So I think I'll end the video here. I'll catch you later.